Tonight on UCentral, reporters were able to speak with Central Pantry Director on why it is so important to address food insecurity on campus. For all you Mary Poppin fans, stay tuned as Chelsea Rios will have your look at social media news. UCO football will be in action this Saturday. Phil Rodriguez will keep you updated on who the Broncos will be facing. It is officially the first day of October. Will Oklahoma be leaving the summer weather behind? Stay tuned as Elijah DePona will have your weather update.
Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Hello, Bronco Nation, and good evening. I'm Luke Underwood.
And I'm Valerie Scott. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News.
Over 500 employees are being laid off from Paycom Software Incorporated today. The Oklahoma City technology giant says the positions will be replaced by artificial intelligence and automation. Affected positions were back office and not customer facing. Paycom is still actively recruiting positions for sales, software, implementation, and service positions, according to the company. Employees who have been laid off will be offered transition assistance, including severance packages, outplacement services, and access to internal job opportunities. Paycom is Oklahoma City's largest technology employer.
I got the chance to speak with Central Pantry Director Nicole Daughtery on why facing food insecurity is so important.
At the Central Pantry, helping students goes beyond just the classroom. For over a decade, UCO's Pantry has been addressing food insecurity on campus.
Yeah, so the Central Pantry was started on campus about 13 years ago. At that time, we were in a lot of conversations with local community partners and other needs-based resources around Edmond and OKC Metro, and they had reached out to us because they had seen a really large increase in UCO students, faculty, and staff using those resources that they hadn't seen before. 55.2% of our student body identify as food insecure, and so we do research every few years. Our last test was in 2023, our last research project was in 2023 with a national health assessment, and so 55% of our students do experience food insecurity.
The pantry is always welcoming new volunteers.
And so we have volunteers sign up by semester, and so there is quite a bit of training that comes with being a volunteer at a pantry that they do through the regional food bank, and so there's about 3 hours or so that everyone has to complete. So we just do applications once a semester, and then they go through that training and they are assigned a weekly 1 or 2 hour shift.
The pantry has a variety of items for not just students, but faculty and staff as well. To apply for the Central Pantry, fill out an annual client form on UCOR. Applicants can visit the pantry up to once per week. Just be sure to bring your UCO ID when you visit. The Central Pantry is open year-round and has 2 locations. The main pantry is located on the first floor of the Nye Center, open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and the second location is in the Wellness Center, open Tuesday and Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m.
I'm Valerie Scott, reporting for UCentral News at the Central Pantry. Bronco Bites is also a part of the Central Pantry. Just scan your UCO ID to grab some fresh fruit out of the Bronco fridge.
As a frequent visitor as well as previous helper with Central Pantry and Bronco Bites, I totally recommend people to do that.
And I know we can all relate on being on a college student budget, so it is nice to be able to visit the fridge and have some fresh food. Up next, Sam will have our full look at weather.
Hey guys, still looking pretty warm today, 87 degrees, sunny conditions, not a whole lot of cloud cover out there. There's going to be some south winds about 4 miles an hour and a little bit of humidity, 43% there, and it's going to feel even warmer at 90 degrees. Looking ahead, we've got clear conditions the rest of the week until next week where we might even see some potential thunderstorms, and it's a very warm start to October. We're finally in the fall season, but it sure doesn't feel like it outside. Guys, back to you at the desk.
I sure am ready for those fall temperatures. The U.S. government is closed as of 12:01 Eastern Time this morning. Non-essential federal workers are staying home. Without them, some government functions are on hold. Others continue with longer wait times and less customer service. Amy Kiley has this look at what shutdown means for various government agencies.
The federal government is now shut down. It's out of money because Congress can't agree on a funding plan. The main sticking point is health care. Democrats want to reverse Medicaid cuts and stop enhanced Obamacare subsidies from expiring.
We need to stop these premiums from going up dramatically.
They're arguing a December policy debate for a September funding issue.
The Congressional Budget Office estimates about 750,000 federal workers face furloughs. It says they'd otherwise make $400 million a day. Essential employees must work without pay.
Social Security checks will come in. National Weather Service, they'll still be producing forecasts. We're talking about the Department of Veterans Affairs. Those will still be open. Medicare will still be going on, and unemployment insurance will, in fact, still be reaching the people who, of course, need it most.
The State Department might be slow to issue passports. The military remains in place, but just under half of civilian defense employees are furloughed. National parks have skeleton crews. The FDA says food inspections are affected. As for transportation, about 3/4 of FAA staff are working without pay, a central issue in the last shutdown.
10 controllers actually called out sick, and it led to massive delays, and said, you know what, we need to end this shutdown.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Lisa Cook will remain working at the Federal Reserve, at least for now. President Donald Trump fired Cook from the agency in August after the administration claimed Cook had committed mortgage fraud. Cook called the charges against her, quote, manufactured, and a legal battle over the matter began. On Wednesday, the U.S. Supreme Court announced it would hear arguments in January. The High Court also deferred a question on Trump's request to have Cook fired immediately, which means she will stay on the job. Analysts say this will be an epic showdown highlighting the power of the White House and the Federal Reserve's independence.
A multi-agency crime-fighting force has set up a staging area in Memphis, Tennessee. It will be the hub of activities from where officers and agents are dispatched to the streets. The joint force includes more than half a dozen mobile command units from a variety of law enforcement agencies, local, state, and federal. The head of the U.S. Marshal Service has been named to lead the Memphis Safe Task Force. Now, I don't know about you, but I am certainly ready for the fall weather. Sam will have our full look at weather after the break.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move to meet our students where they are and get them where they want to go. Over time, thousands of students have made the move to UCO. They come to pursue their passions and find their calling, to improve their lives, families, and communities. UCO moves and motivates students in and out of the classroom. Here, potential takes flight. Our students' curiosity ignites a spark that fuels transformation. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the university that hasn't stopped moving since 1890. In fact, we are gaining momentum.
This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Hey Broncos, we're going to take a look at the weather today. It's still warm, 87 degrees outside, not a lot of cloud cover, very sunny outside. Some very light winds from the south, 4 miles an hour. and not too much humidity, only 43%, and it's feeling even warmer. Feels like 90 degrees outside despite it being finally October. Looking ahead, we've got some clear conditions for the rest of the week, not too much cloud cover. As I said, a very warm start to October. Hopefully we can get into some of those cooler fall temperatures eventually as the month goes on. And we've even got some potential thunderstorms starting next week around Tuesday and Wednesday. As I said before, mid-80s here across most of the state, 86 here in the metro area, and even 90 in Altus and 92 up in the Panhandle and Guyman, even though there is a little bit of cloud cover. Our low point in the state is going to be 84 up in Miami, and we're looking at still very hot temperatures for October. Tonight it's going to get down to about 74 degrees, still clear skies, not too much cloud cover. Southeast winds about 9 miles an hour, and a little bit of an increase in our humidity, 58%, but no rain to worry about tonight. As I said, tonight, 74 degrees here in the metro area, and we're looking at mid-70s throughout most of the state, even getting down to 67 up in Miami and even 69 in McAllister, but 70s across most of the state tonight. Tomorrow, it's looking a little cooler in some areas, only 90 in Guyman and 91 in Altus, but even warmer here in the metro area, 88 degrees and high 80s throughout the rest of the state. Tomorrow morning, it'll be about 67 degrees. We'll have a little bit more clouds than we did today, and that'll continue as we get around lunchtime, about 82 degrees, and then we'll stay a little warmer at 84 as those clouds clear up at 7 p.m. that night. This week, as I said, we're looking at mainly 80s. It's going to trickle down that whole week. It's going to start at 89 tomorrow, and then we're going to get all the way down slowly to 80 on Wednesday, where, as I said before, we might even have a chance of those thunderstorms. So make sure to be aware and take precautions you feel necessary. Guys, are you ready for this fall temperature?
I absolutely am. It is very hot outside, and I personally love to wear hoodies, but I cannot right now without like dripping of sweat. What about you, Sam?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready for this sweater weather. I like always seeing the colors of the leaves on the trees change, and just always something so great about the fall season. How about you, Valerie?
You know, I do love the summer, but Halloween is my favorite holiday, so of course I am ready for this fall weather. Coming up, who was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on their birthday?
And who was the bear that won Fat Bear Week? Stay tuned for Chelsea Rios, who will have your full social media update.
It's time to explore, to come out and play. Our city is waiting, so what do you say? Whether daytime or nighttime, the right time is now. Finding those moments to make you go wow. Amazing new places to fit every mood. Shopping and dining. Did we mention the food? There are green parks and ballparks and water parks too. Museums, attractions, and also a zoo. The modern frontier is the friendliest place. Now is the time for your dreams to be chased.
It's the Roadway Replay.
Time for the lightning round, Brian. Let's rewind your drive to work. How far did your car travel while you checked your phone? 20 feet, 100 feet, the length of a football field?
100 feet.
Oh, sorry, Brian. In just 3 seconds on the highway, your car traveled the length of a football field.
Distracted driving? It's no game.
Go Broncos. I'm Chelsea Rios, and this is your social media update. It is officially October, and many movies are coming to theaters this month, including Taylor Swift. On October 3rd, an official release party for Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, is coming to theaters. More movies coming to theaters on the 3rd is the re-release of Avatar: The Way of Water and Dwayne Johnson in The Smashing Machine. There's also limited releases coming to theaters in the 10th of October, which includes Kiss of the Spider-Woman, Roofman, and Tron's Ares. For the 17th of October, The Astronaut, Black Phone 2, and Good Fortune will be released to theaters. There will also be a re-release for the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future coming to big screens soon. Oscar, Emmy, and Grammy winner Julie Andrews just turned 90 on October 1st. Julie Andrews first made her big screen debut with her Oscar-winning performance in Mary Poppins and went on to star on big hits ranging from The Sound of Music to Princess Diaries. Julie Andrews is currently taking it easy with acting and is making children's books with her daughter Emma Walton Hamilton. And actress and producer Fran Drescher got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on her birthday yesterday. The Hollywood Walk of Fame's Instagram said, "Today we proudly celebrated Fran Drescher on her birthday as she received her well-deserved star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame." They added, "Fran's legacy as an actress, activist, and trailblazer continues to inspire audiences worldwide. Congratulations to our newest honoree." Upcoming artist Lola Young announced cancellations for the upcoming shows. The 24-year-old British singer had to take a step back from the spotlight after she collapsed on stage. She announced on her Instagram that she was going away for a while and said that she would cancel everything for the foreseeable future. Lola Young did not provide a specific reason for the cancellations, but said she hoped people would give me a second chance once I've had some time to work on myself and come back stronger. Fans who have bought tickets received full refunds. Nature enthusiasts are ecstatic as Bear Week has finally been crowned for 2025's Fat Bear Week. The winner for this year's Fat Bear Week has been recognized as Bear 32, also known as Chunk. The crowning happened after a full week of voting for Alaska's biggest and bulkiest brown bears from the Katmai National Park. 12 bears are put into the contest yearly, marking it down to one bear as people vote on their favorite, fattest, and chunkiest bear. Chunk the bear took the spotlight as the 1,200-pound bear suffered a broken jaw and adapted his eating style to account for the injury. The organization in charge of the competition congratulated all bear participants on their webpage, explore.org, saying, "Fat bears are successful bears." Well, that's all for your social media update. Back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up, who will the Broncos be facing in their return home to Chad Richardson Stadium?
And what's next for UCO's top-ranked volleyball squad? Phil Rodriguez will have your sports update when we return.
Rugged, rough, built for the road ahead.
Sometimes I feel like a shell of a man.
Commercials are fake. What you're feeling isn't. Call or text 988, Oklahoma's mental health lifeline.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move forward, daily living the Bronco way, being reflective of our neighborhood, community, history, and Oklahoma. This is what has made us who we are. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the third largest university in Oklahoma. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Hey Broncos, it's Phil Rodriguez with your Broncos sports update, including some MLB playoff action. Let's roll! The Broncos football team will be back at Chad Richardson. So the Broncos football team will be back at Chad Richardson Stadium this Saturday night as they'll take on MIAA opponent Central Missouri. The game will officially be the UCO Athletics Hall of Fame game as well as Teacher Appreciation Night and will feature a post-game drone show afterwards. Central Missouri could be a tough opponent as they feature a three-headed rushing attack that backs up a two-quarterback aerial attack, as QBs Jordan Pasho and Donovan Amolo have combined for 1,386 yards for the Mules. Although the Broncos are unranked in the coaches poll and media poll this week, they would likely sneak back into both with a victory on Saturday. Well, the number one ranked Broncos volleyball team will play two in-conference matchups at home this week. First up for the 16-0 Broncos will be the 6-7 Missouri Southern Lions at 6 p.m. tomorrow night at Hamilton Fieldhouse. This will be the first match for the Broncos since they spiked to the number one spot in the AVCA poll on Monday, and they should be feeling confident going head-to-head with a team they have a 30-10 all-time record against. Things will be less straightforward for UCO against their next opponent, however, as they take on the Central Missouri Jennies at 1 p.m. on Saturday. The Jennies have been a thorn in the side of the Broncos to the tune of a 7-23 all-time record against them. But UCO swept them aside 3-0 last November with a squad that's still mostly intact for this weekend's matchup. And now, since it's my sports segment and I can do what I want, here's some highlights from last night's Game 1 wildcard matchup between my beloved Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. So here we go, Yankee Stadium, Garrett Crochet on the mound, and he had a near perfect night. But here in the bottom of the second, Anthony Volpe steps up and smacks it over that shallow, tiny little right field wall, and the Yankee faithful lose their minds over the solo home run. It was a big one for Volpe, and Crochet looks a little shaken up, but kept pitching scoreless innings all the way until the Red Sox have a little luck themselves. Top of the seventh, Masataka Yoshida steps up, and Red Sox fans shiver as his hitting hasn't been great, but tonight he is clutch, smacking it right through the hole and scores two. All of a sudden, the Yankees are down 2-1, and surely it is bedlam back in Beantown. They're certainly happy in the dugout, Max Fried, and the Yankees dugout was not. Fast forward, top of the ninth, Alex Bregman at the plate against former Pirate David Bednar, and he smacks a splitter deep into left field for a double, scoring Trevor Story to make it 3-1 Red Sox. But got a little interesting after that, because at the bottom of the ninth, the great Aroldis Chapman came in to close it out for the Sox, but three straight singles from top of the Yankees order made it bases loaded with no outs. But Chapman strikes out Giancarlo Stanton, flies out Jazz Chisholm, then strikes out Trent Grisham at the dish on a 101-mile-per-hour fastball to make it good for the Red Sox. Cue dirty water back at home. Sox and Yankees will play Game 2 tonight, once again at 5 p.m. Central in Yankee Stadium. If the Yankees lose, it'll mean elimination from the playoffs. Well, that's all for sports today, Broncos. Guys, are you going to the football game this weekend?
Well, I cannot front. I am not the biggest sports person, but I do love being in the crowd and feeling the energy of everyone around, and not to mention that drone show. Phil, do you think you'll be attending any of the games?
That sounds fun. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town. I'll be in Kansas City. But Luke, you should probably check out that drone show.
I will be. I will be working as a sideline reporter this weekend, so obviously I'm going to be there.
Nice.
Thanks, Phil. Coming up, McDonald's is bringing back a childhood classic for the spooky month of October.
And Sam Fraley will have our last look at weather after the break.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Expanding horizons, making room for the new. The modern frontier is ready for you. There's more to discover, more fun to be found. Our city is rising, just look around. Attractions, adventures, excitement and thrills. Rooms of beauty and history where knowledge is filled. A convergence of cultures in spectacular places. Open skies, open minds, and wide open spaces. The modern frontier awaits you to embrace it.
McDonald's is celebrating the upcoming spooky season with the return of a specialty menu item. The fast food chain will make its Happy Meal Boo Buckets available to customers for a limited time. They'll roll out on October 21st. The lineup of 5 bucket characters includes Ghost, Pumpkin, and Goblin. New for the season are Cat and Zombie. The buckets also come with stickers that kids use to customize to their liking. This is the 3rd straight year that Boo Buckets are on the McDonald's menu. Before that, they were an occasional item, first debuting back in 1986.
I sure am excited about those Boo Buckets, I do have to say. Sam will have our last look at weather.
Hey guys, we're going to take one more look at the conditions tomorrow. In the morning, it's going to be cloudy, about 67 degrees, cool temperatures. And then it'll still be cloudy around noon as we get up to 82, still in that hot October weather that we are currently experiencing. And then later that night, it'll only get up to around 84 degrees, and then those clouds should clear up eventually. We're going to take one more look at this week. It's going to start tomorrow about 89 degrees and then trickle down slowly to 80 on Wednesday. And then our lows are going to be at about 60, mid-60s throughout the entire week. And as you can see, even on Wednesday, we might have some chances of some thunderstorms, about 40% chances at the end of, or at the middle of next week, excuse me. Guys, back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Sam, for that look at weather. I will be prepared for the weekend rain. With Halloween creeping around the corner, you may be looking for the perfect pumpkin soon. But the ones that you're about to see will not fit on your front porch. Will Wagner introduces us to the man who's grown some of the largest pumpkins in the state of Maine.
Elroy Morgan of Charleston is no stranger to growing big pumpkins.
It's a lot of fun. It's people just love seeing a giant pumpkin. It puts a smile on anybody's face.
From heating the ground to preparing for frost, growing pumpkins of such size is no easy feat.
You got to get your greenhouses up and soil cables in and a lot of water and plenty of sunshine and good luck.
While he has set up irrigation, this summer's drought still posed a challenge.
I've had to shut my well off because I lost pressure a couple of times, and so I had to wait until it fills up and then pump more water back out in the garden.
Morgan plans to drop off one of his pumpkins in Bangor, where it will sit in front of Chick-fil-A and be part of a Guess the Weight contest, though it's not even his biggest of the year.
It's over 1,700. It could be 18 now, I don't know. I still got another week of growing, so I still got to keep watering it.
As he's already looking forward to next year, he hopes he can grow one weighing 1 ton or more.
My pumpkins are getting bigger every year. Still haven't got that 2,000 pound yet, but one day I will.
The heaviest pumpkin sits at more than 2,700 pounds according to the Guinness World Record. That record was set back in October of 2023. And that's all the time that we have for you tonight, Broncos. I'm Valerie Scott.
And I'm Luke Underwood. Have a good rest of your day.